tell me why. I am at this chick's house, okay? And keep this in mind. She is somebody that I am trying to impress, okay? Keep this in mind, too. This is my first time at her crib. Okay, now somebody, I am a dumbass, completely. Okay, because I'm thinking it is a perfect, phenomenal idea to eat tacos and ice cream before we link up. And let me tell you something. That wasn't even the worst mistake that I made genuinely in that time period, okay? Because I told my girl Angie, we're sitting down on the couch. I'm like, Angie, I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to go to the bathroom real quick. She looks at me, she's like, what's wrong? Are you okay? Like, do you need anything? I told her, I'm like, nah, I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. I go to the bathroom. Okay, and I am somebody, I don't have no situational awareness at all, because as I sit down on the toilet, I drop the kids off at the pool. I ain't gonna lie, I drop them off, boy. You hear the bloop, 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 bloop. And I'm looking at my phone, because everything, I ain't expecting much. But then I reach over to the toilet paper. And there ain't no toilet paper there. Now, at this point, I'm thinking, fuck! What do I do? What would you do in this situation, right? So I do what anybody else would do. I get my ass up off the toilet, and I start duck walking over to her under her sink, because she had cabinets under her sink. And I open it up. And as I open it up, I'm looking around. I'm like, well, I know she got toilet paper in there somewhere. And at this point, Angie's talking about Tristan, you good? It's been about 5 minutes. Like, you need me to get anything? Now, as a man, I don't need help. I'm like, nah, Angie, I'm good. Like, I'll be out there in a minute. I'm just watching TikTok. And I go back to looking under the cabinets. I see nothing. Right now, at this point, I turn around and I look at her, because she had a closet in her bathroom. I open it up. No toilet paper. But you know what I do see? And I ain't proud of it. I see, you know those, when you get done washing your hands and you dry your hands off, a hand towel. I see a pink hand towel. Right now, at this point, I'm like, would it be wrong if I use? I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. Tell me why. As I'm looking at this pink hand towel, I'm deciding if I want to do it. I'm deciding if I want to take my chances. I'm like, nah. But then I get an idea. Okay, because as I'm looking at the pink hand towel, I look at the shower. And it instantly clicked. I could just take a shower, right? I can take a shower. It would be just like a bidet. You know what I mean? The water would trickle down. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, because as I taking a shower, I turned the shower on. And it was like, the moment I turned on the shower, you would have thought the water pressure was on 1,000,000,000. I'm telling you, as soon as I turn it on, it's... I'm like, fuck. What is... Fuck. Angie hears at this point. I mean, no... The whole city could have heard at this point. She talking about she knocking on her door. She's like, Tristan, you good? Are you sure? Why the shower on? Everything all right? I'm like, yeah, at this point, I had to tell a little bit of something. I told her, I'm like, yeah, I'm taking a shit. I just don't want you to hear it. She goes away. Now, at this point, I get in the shower. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm in there probably about like 5 minutes. I'm just trying to make sure the water is, the kids, there's no remains of the kids, okay? I'm over here washing myself. And then I get out the shower. And I don't know why it didn't register in my mind when I was trying to look for the toilet paper that there was no towels. Right, so now at this point, I'm fucked. Right, so I'm over here, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to air dry, I'm trying to shake off this shit, I'm trying. Then it gets to the point. Angie come back over, she come back in, she come back up to the door, she's knocking, she's like, Tristan, are you sure the water's off, but you ain't come out yet? If you need anything, just let me know. I'm like, fuck. Because at this point, I am still wet as shit. Right, so I'm, I went into this, fight or flight mode. I'm like, okay, hold on. What if I do this? If I do this? And then I get the idea. I look at her pink hand towel that was in that closet. And I ain't proud enough. I ain't proud, but I'm man enough to say it. I took that little pink little hand towel. I clean myself off, including the bum, right? Well, let me tell you something. I shouldn't have done that. At the fuck off, because as soon as I get out, as soon as I open the door, because, I'm saying, I finally, I did my thing. I took the pink towel and I put it in my pocket because, fuck, I'm going to have to buy a new one, right? When I open this door, Angie is right there. And she looks at me. She's like, are you looking for... And she reaches on her counter thing that's right by the bathroom. She's like, are you looking for this? And it's a toilet paper roll. I look at Angie. I'm like, Angie, you've had toilet paper this whole time and you didn't tell me? She looks at me. She's like, well, you didn't tell me you needed toilet paper, but I knew that the last time I was in there, I needed toilet paper, so I thought you were looking for this.